Well, joining us today is a true pioneer in Christian music. You know him as one third of the legendary trio Phillips, Craig, and Dean, a group that's been leading worship and inspiring hearts for 4 decades now. But today he's stepping into something new. For the first time ever, Dan Dean has released a solo album, and it's called More, and it's a powerful personal journey with amazing vocals and worship and a message that reminds us that God is always more than enough. We're going to be talking about how the album is made and what it's like branching out after all these years. Welcome to the show, Dan.
Thank you very much. It's my honor to be with you. And I have to correct you on one thing. It's really my second attempt at a solo album. I had way back in 1988, I did a solo project, and it went aluminum.
Okay. Well, I was 4, so I don't remember that one.
No, you don't. And you wouldn't have probably ever heard it anyway. But
yeah,
it got me off the launch pad.
Yeah, there you go. Well, I remember listening to you guys back when cassette tapes were a thing. My favorite PCD album is I think it's the one. I think it's called Truth. Maybe it's got I'm proud that I'm a Christian on it, and Trust, not Truth. Yeah, Trust. Yeah. But I remember listening to that one, and I remember having the tape with the song "Turn Up the Radio" on there, and just man,
you had to be little.
I was little,
very old. that album came out in summer of '92. Turn Up the Radio did. That was our first.
Yeah. Do you guys still sing that?
Not often. Once in a great while, somebody requested somewhere. We'll maybe do a course of it,
Right, a medley or something.
It's the song that put us on the map, so we look back fondly on that song.
Yeah. So we're here to talk today about your solo album, More. You said that you did a solo album back in 1988, but what made you, after all these years, want to do a second solo album?
Well, I had, I don't know that people know this, but the three of us have been lead pastors for a number of years now. And I'm the oldest of the group. And 5 years ago, I decided to step down from the lead pastor of the church, and start venturing out in maybe a different direction. And the first year was kind of rough. What am I going to do with my life now? And I talked to the other two guys, and I said, I'm thinking about maybe doing something solo, but I want you to know that Phillips, Craig, and Dean will always be my priority. And we're still singing, so I will always choose a PCD date over a solo date. But they very quickly agreed and said, "Hey, go for it. And you're in a different place than we are. You have more weekends available now." So with their blessing, I did this, and it's been very, very exciting to do it.
Tell us a little bit more about More, the album, like some of the songs, the writing process behind it.
Well, as a songwriter, through the years, you come into a project with maybe 30 songs that you've written or you've picked up from somebody along the way, and you bring it in to a producer and perhaps somebody with a record company. This one's been a little different. I worked with 2 different producers, and I gave them approximately 30 songs that I had. Most of them I'd been a part of writing. And I said, you pick out what you think are the best ones, and that's the direction we'll go. And of course, I did have a voice in that. Told them the ones that I felt were the strongest. And that's how we arrived at the 11 songs that are on this project. And great producers, Jason Webb, who's just, we've worked with him on our projects in the past, mostly keyboard stuff, live keyboard overdubs on stuff, and always a great experience. And then I'd never worked with Gordon Mote. Gordon Mote I call him Mote the Goat. because he is pure genius. His forte in the past has been Southern gospel, and I wanted to go a little more of my roots, which is country. So that's the direction we ended up going. It's not Southern gospel, but it does have country vibes to it. We've got a song with a mandolin and a banjo and a steel guitar on several tunes, and I just like to call it good old uh, country Christian. So
There you go.
it's the flavor on it I really do like a lot. It's where what I grew up listening to: Glenn Campbell, Mac Davis, Dolly Parton. Even I listened to a lot of country music growing up, as well as Christian music, but
Yeah.
influenced a lot by the country vibe.
Yeah. I would say George Strait's my favorite when it comes
Oh
to
yeah,
country.
oh yeah,
So,
you can't forget George. I mean, there's
yeah.
so many
Yeah.
great.
Now, if you had to pick a favorite track on the album, what would it be?
It would have to be more.
Okay.
The title cut. Uh, I wrote the song during COVID, and one of those times you're walking through, like, what in the world is going to happen here? You know, COVID was a really weird, strange time.
Yes.
And in the middle of that, I'm writing this song, and then when I finished it, I always test it on, different family members, or sometimes I'll sing a song in church, and if it really goes well, I'll tell them I wrote it. If they don't respond very well, I'll tell them Randy Phillips wrote it.
There you go.
But the first time I sang this song in church, there was a great reaction to it. And then when it came time to record it, this is one that Jason Webb produced. And we had this novel idea to try to get Emily Ann Moore to join me on it. And she ends up doing that. And she's just such a great Christian girl who's singing country music, but she's very talented. And she lent her vocal prowess, and I think it turned out great. And love the way the song builds. And I love the message of the song that God's got whatever you need. He's got more. He came to give us life and that more abundantly.
Now, do you, as you were a pastor, do you ever see your sermons or vice versa, your songs? Do they ever transform into the songs that you write, your sermons, or vice versa?
Oh, yes. Yes. In
Yeah.
fact, I've had a lot of sermons that I've turned into songs. In fact, one of them is on this album. The title actually came from a book that I read by John Ortberg called "If You Want to Walk on Water, You Got to Get Out of the Boat." And from that title, I did a message in church and was jokingly telling the folks there, I think I'm going to write a song about this. And I ended up writing it with Michael Neal from used to be at Prestonwood Baptist, and it's a catchy little tune on the album that I really enjoy performing it because it's one of those, just a fun song.
Yeah. Well, my favorite track on the album is the song Home. I know you worked with your son, Devin, on that. What was that like working with him on it? And tell us the story behind the song.
Well, Devin is a great writer, great musician, and great singer. He's my middle child, and is also the worship pastor at our church. So I get to be blessed by him a lot. But it's been maybe a year or so ago. He sent me this song, and he usually, if he's writing a song, he'll send me a demo of it and say, "What do you think about this?" And this was the song he sent, was "Home," and it pretty much is the arrangement. Nothing hardly at all changed about the song, except it's me and him doing a duet rather than him doing it himself from the demo. But
Yeah.
I love the song. It talks about, family and being the most important thing of all is being home with family and connecting with your family. And he is, I think for him, it really is a message that was straight out of his heart. Like most musicians, when he was 18, 19 years old, he thought his dream was to hit the road and be with a band. But the song talks about how the really most important thing is being home with family. And I love the little hook line that says, "Leave the porch light on for me. I'm coming home." And
Yeah.
it's one of my favorites on the album as well.
Yeah. Now tell us about the ministry that you have called Shepherd's Rest.
Yeah, Shepherd's Rest, actually, all the proceeds from the sale of this project are going to a nonprofit that my wife and I started about 2 years ago. We're still in the early stages of it, but it's called Shepherd's Rest. Shepherd's Rest is the name we came up with, and we will take uh, young couples. I say young, they're not always young, but most of the time it'll be young couples that have been in the trenches of ministry for a while. I'll call them up and say, "Hey, I want to take you away for 3 days and just love on you a little." And they're always like, "What?" "Yeah, you're not going to have to pay anything for this trip. I've raised the funds for it. All you need to do is show up, and we're going to just have fun. There's no agenda. There's no, here's how you help grow your church or how to minister better. This is just about getting you away. My wife and I want to pray with you. We want to encourage you. We want to just tell you you're doing a good job. We want to feed you well. We want to have some fun. Maybe we'll take you out in a canoe somewhere or fishing or golfing or whatever it is you enjoy doing for fun." One time on one trip we went skeet shooting, and we just have fun. And hopefully, in the process of that, our hope is that we form relationships that if they ever get to a place they need somebody, pastors are slow to trust people. You get burned a few times, and I can tell you from experience, you go, "Man, I can't trust anybody." And the truth is, there are some people you can trust, and you got to find those people and lean into them when you really need help. So that's what Shepherd's Rest is all about.
Yeah, I really love that, Dan. I've been in full time ministry. I'm a pastor, 19 years total in ministry, but it's hard, and there's a lot of challenges. Of course, there's a lot of beautiful things in it, but a lot of people think pastors just work Sunday and Wednesdays, and that's not the truth. And
Far from the
it's
truth.
yeah, it's it could be really hard and really discouraging. But I love that. I love that you guys have something for
Well,
people.
I do. I feel like I've always felt like that. Probably my greatest gift is the Barnabas gift, which is the gift of encouragement. And I love to do it. I love to just get on the phone with somebody and say, "Hey, tell me what's the best thing going on in your life right now? What are you struggling with? What's happening? How can I help you? What can I pray with you about?" And it's a very needed ministry because ministry is very lonely. It's a lonely ministry, and like I said earlier, you get real skittish about talking to people about your own needs because somehow people put pastors on a pedestal.
Yep.
And I don't know about you, but I saw this exacerbated when COVID hit, that pastors were in this place where some people wanted 6 foot spacing and some didn't. And it was just, this stuff going on. And you're trying to do this balancing act of trying to make everybody happy. It was a struggle. And
Yeah.
so I think God has positioned my wife and I in this place so we can potentially help some couples out and give them a soft landing space should they need some help.
Yeah. I love that. I truly love that. It's amazing. Well, this is a fan based podcast, and so we will have our viewers and our listeners write in questions to their favorite artist. And we had a fan of PCD. His name is Terry from Indiana, and he wants to know. He said he's a big PCD fan, and he wants to know the story behind your classic song "Mercy Came Running."
Oh, that's easy. I think this was on the Trust album you mentioned,
Yeah.
and this was actually my very first song that I tried co-writing with somebody. And the truth is, I was approaching 30 when I wrote this song, and it came from a sermon that I heard when I was 16 years old. Imagine that, a sermon
Wow.
impacted you that much. But there was a guy by the name of Mark Hamby that I heard preach this sermon about mercy and truth have come together and kissed, or something like the scripture was something like that. And he painted this picture of uh, mercy personified in the Old Testament as being between the wings of the cherubs on the ark, behind the heavy veil, unable to get out. And you look at the Old Testament, man, there's, you know, a man reaches out to steady the ark and he's killed instantly. Achan's whole family, not just Achan, but his whole family dies because of his sins. And you just look at it, and this pastor was saying how, mercy, it was hard to come by, so it would appear in the Old Testament. There's a lot of judgment. But he went on to describe when Christ died, the veil of the temple was ripped from top to bottom. And when that happened, mercy came running out of the holy place down to where I was and you were. And that's how the song was born. I wrote that with Dave Clark and Don Cook, some great writing buddies that I have had for a number of years. Dave recently passed, but I learned a lot in that session. If you have a good hook for some good songwriters in Nashville, man, they jump on it like a duck on a June bug. And we had that song written probably in an hour and a half. Seriously, it was that quick and it
Yeah.
was that inspired. And there's days when you walk out with a song and you go, I don't need anybody to tell me that's going to be really good. And
Yeah.
that song, we still sing that song all over the country. We're singing this week, and we'll sing it everywhere we go. It's one
Yeah.
of our most requested songs.
I'm
By the
sure.
way, a neat moment happened. Rod Tillman, I believe,
Yeah.
the one
Yeah.
was on The Voice. I think it was The Voice, and he sang his song, and all of them turned around, and he started talking about he was a pastor, and the Jonas boy that was one of the judges said, uh, you know, some of my fondest memories are sitting around the piano with our dad singing Mercy Came Running, and he starts singing the song Mercy Came Running. And
Yeah.
that was a pretty cool moment for us to know that those kids were singing that song when they were little boys.
Yeah.
Pretty impressive as far as,
Yeah.
making you feel like maybe you've had an impact along the way.
Yeah. Another song. This is just, I'm thinking out loud. That our church used to do like a reenactment for Easter time was "Crucified with Christ." That was a staple. I'm sure you could listen to that song any time of the year, but Easter
That's
especially.
a Randy Phillips and a Don and Dave song. Don and Dave were part of that one as well.
Yeah.
The Don and Dave combination with all three of us have really produced some of our really good songs. Crucified with Christ, Mercy Came Running, This Is How It Feels to Be Free. There's just a ton of them that they were part of writing with us.
Well, Dan, let's have a little fun. Our viewers and our listeners love this part. We call it favorite things, and so I'm going to give you a word, and you just tell me your favorite thing in that category. Sound good?
Good.
All right. First one. What is your favorite food?
Mexican food, Tex-Mex.
Oh yeah. Do you like Chewies?
No, that's not good Tex-Mex food. I like a place. There's several places here in Dallas. One called Gloria's and one called Uncle Julio's. Uncle Julio's is probably my favorite.
Okay.
So
Nice.
you come to see me, and I'll take you to get some.
Yeah. Well, I could eat that food every day.
Oh, it's so good,
Yeah.
so good.
Do you have a favorite movie?
Probably Shawshank Redemption.
Oh yeah, that's a good
It's,
one.
it's just It's one of those.
I would love to go to the prison where it was
Oh,
filmed.
me too. I would love to do that.
Yeah.
I've watched that movie probably 5 times. Just
Yeah.
love. There's some classic lines in there that just have stayed with me.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite show that you like to watch?
Not particularly. I like to watch sports.
Okay.
Football, golf,
Yeah.
basketball, baseball. We've got all major league franchises have a team here in Dallas, including hockey.
Oh, yeah.
The
Yeah.
Dallas Stars. So
Yeah,
I
and Dallas.
thought we were going to have a Florida Dallas matchup for a little while there, but we got knocked out. So
The Mavericks just got Cooper Flag, I think.
absolutely.
So that should be interesting.
Saved us from wanting to do bad things to the owner here because he traded away Luka.
Yeah. Yeah.
That didn't set too well here in town, but Cooper's going to come in and save us, I hope.
And the Lakers really didn't do that well with Luka.
No. I think he's going to be a great addition for them, though. I really do. He's a great ball player.
Mm-hmm. Well, your all's best basketball player that y'all ever had was
Dirk
Nowitzki.
Dirk
Oh yeah,
Nowitzki. He's enshrined here, and he will never be forgotten. They have a statue of him down at the stadium, so he'll great player, very loyal, just a good attitude, very talented.
He was with the Mavericks for like 60 years, right?
His whole career. That's the good thing.
Do you have a favorite musical artist of all time?
Oh, you kind of have to break that down into genres.
Okay. Christian. What about Christian side?
Christian, man, that's tough too. I mean, I have so many that I listen to.
Phillips, Craig, and Dean.
I loved Andre Crouch. Loved his music, loved his performance. I love CC.
Mm-hmm.
Just the most pure voice.
Oh yeah.
Man, there's just so many. And on the secular side, I've recently fallen in love with a guy that I got to go see in person here in Irving. Jacob, blank on his name. Oh, can't believe I can't think of his name. But he does this deal with the audience where the audience sings with him. He gets everybody on a note. He directs them. It's the coolest thing.
Oh, okay.
Oh, what is his name? I can't believe I can't think of it. I listen to him all the time, but having one of those senior moments.
As soon as you hang up with me, you'll remember it.
I will.
Yeah. Now you've sang with a lot of people, but do you have someone that you would love to collab with? A dream collab?
Oh, a ton. Carrie Underwood.
Yeah.
That would probably be number one.
Okay.
She's one of my favorites. And as far as, getting into the Christian field, like I said, I love CC. Love her voice. And Natalie Grant. Would rock singing anything with you.
I think Natalie and Cece should do a tour together because both of them together.
Well, they did the duet, To God Be the Glory. I don't know if you've heard.
Oh, yes. It's amazing.
My goodness. It's
fun. Then last year at the Doves, Natalie did To God Be the Glory by herself during the memoriam thing. And oh my gosh, it was like you could hear a pin drop as she sang. I
guarantee you. And it's made all that much better by Bernie on the keyboard.
Oh, yeah.
That guy can hit some chords that I don't know where he comes up with them, but unbelievable.
Yeah. You mentioned Carrie. This last season, I don't know if you watched it or do watch it, American Idol there was so much Christian faith-based episodes, and a lot of we've interviewed a few of the contestants from this past season. They said backstage, they would just have these random worship moments. And I said, that is so awesome.
It is. Cool. Yeah. CeCe sang, didn't she?
Yeah, she did. And Brandon Lake. And
it was like one night that was like totally a worship night. It was really cool.
Yeah, it was.
They're
For
starting
sure.
to get smart, realize there's
Yeah,
some good music over there on the Christian side.
absolutely. Do you have a favorite ice cream flavor?
You're going to be bored.
Vanilla?
Vanilla.
Well, hey,
Vanilla with caramel syrup.
see, I always say when people answer vanilla, you could always put whatever you want in vanilla.
There you
Peanut
go.
butter. I like a scoop of peanut butter
Absolutely.
in mine.
Oh, I love it with peanut butter too. Love it.
Yeah. Yeah. Last one. Do you have a favorite podcast? Do you listen to podcasts?
I do. Well, that's a good question too. I listen to one. I mean, I listen to a lot of Christian podcasts, but I listened to one that got me hooked. It's called Swindled. I don't know
Okay.
if you've heard of Swindled, but it's this guy's he just has a way of presenting things. But he's always talking about uh, people that have conned somebody. It's pretty interesting. But
I'll have to
one of
look it
them,
up.
he talked about this guy built his own homemade tank up in some part of the country and got mad at the town people and drove that thing downtown and smashed into buildings. It's crazy. But he's a very unusual way of presenting it all.
Okay. I'll have to check that out. Well, you passed favorite things, so that's good. Dan, what else do you have next coming, and how can our viewers and our listeners keep up with you?
Well, I have my own web page now. Of course, we have phillipscraiganddean.com, but I have a dandeanofficial.com. We're going to be trying to put together some solo dates. And of course, I don't know when this airs, but we've got some PCD dates coming up. Quite a few, actually. We've sang more this year than any year since COVID.
Okay.
So, and our group we're going to go to Jamaica on a cruise. Not Jamaica, Bermuda next year on a cruise. Brooklyn
Nice.
Tabernacle Choir is going with us. The cymbal is going to be great. And I'm trying to think,
Well,
we got a lot of stuff happening. Go
if you
check
need
out
a
our
if you need a friend, I'll come with you. I'll suffer
website.
with you.
My Instagram is Dan PCD, I think. And I've had a wonderful lady at the record company kind of help set up some stuff for me that I haven't had in the past. I'm kind of technically challenged, but she's trying to help me get caught up with the times.
Sure. Well, Dan, to wrap up, I'd like to see if you'd be willing to share something that God's been doing in your life recently that would help build our viewers and our listeners' faith.
Well, it's funny you should ask me that because uh, this past week I went to Nashville to do some promo stuff. I got there on a Monday. Tuesday morning, I started feeling a little rough. And by Tuesday at about 5 o'clock, I was realizing something's not right. And I was there with our manager, Mike Atkins. He said, "You need to go get a COVID test. You're going to light it up like a Christmas tree." So I went and got the COVID test, and I had COVID, and I had a wicked bout with it. I'm just now, you can probably hear in my voice that I'm not quite through it. I think I'm past the spreader stage. I better be. I did a funeral today. But
Yeah.
during that time of being down, obviously not feeling great, but it was a good time to reflect because I've been very, very busy doing a lot of promo stuff, quite a few solo dates, and some PCD dates. And I just kind of felt the Lord telling me, you got to pace yourself. We get in a cycle of sometimes, and at least I do this. I think a lot of people do. You hit this cycle where it's go, 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 catch a plane, go to church, and it's just, you don't slow down long enough to listen and to pace yourself. And I felt like the Lord was really saying, hey, I can get your attention here one way or another to where you'll stop and listen and lean in get you some good worship music on, get some good prayer going. And I think it's very important. One of the things about Shepherd's Rest I think is good is we try to make couples do that. Get out of your routine, come away, come to a place where you're not thinking about ministry, you're not thinking about anything but just connecting with God. And that's kind of what I've been doing this week. Couldn't be out, couldn't get around people, couldn't even be around my wife. So it was me in the bedroom and God. It was a good time.
Yeah. Well, Dan, thank you so much for taking the time and chatting with me. Your album More is out now. Download it, stream it. Can people get this on vinyl by chance?
Not yet, but soon.
Okay. We all
Feeling
love
good about
vinyl.
I love vinyl too.
Yeah.
And it's in the works, but not quite. I think the album released 3 weeks ago, maybe. So it's
Yeah.
pretty early. All the streaming platforms have it, and uh, CD is available. Nobody does that anymore, but
Yeah.
we do
No
have CD.
cassettes.
No cassettes, no 8 track,
No 8 tracks.
no ADATs.
No.